This is your Buck News.
Hello and welcome to Buck News. I'm Ethan Hooper.
And I'm Morgan Pheffer. Questions are being answered. The Student Forum, led by CSU President Dr. Hunter, is an opportunity for students to ask the administration questions or address any concerns they may have at CSU.
The forum will be on Tuesday, February 21st from 4 to 5 p.m. in room 110 in WCCL. Free pizza and drinks will be provided. CSU had an exciting opportunity to get an in-depth view into the life, faith, and works of C.S. Lewis. Reporter Shelby Hoovler has more on the Lens Conference.
Charleston Southern was privileged to get a taste of the life and writings of C.S. Lewis thanks to the Lens, a free seminar offered to all students. The Lens featured Dr. Jerry Root, professor of evangelism, and Bill Smith, director of the C.S. Lewis Institute in Atlanta.
Well, I'm going to be talking about two things principally in my first lecture. I'll be lecturing on the abolition of man, which was one of Lewis's most significant works. It was so significant that Mortimer Adler included it in the Great Books of the Western World in 1968.
Lewis goes through a reasoned approach to understanding life and the life of the imagination, and speaking to issues of the heart. Lewis said the biggest problem in life was trying to fit the head and the heart together, and he felt Christianity would do that.
If students come to these lectures and all of a sudden they're somehow inspired to engage the life of the mind and the life of the heart and imagination for the rest of their days, I will be happy as a clam.
You know, both his fictional writings as well as his apologetics, and to see someone who has that kind of, diversity. And so it made me curious. And so it fed my curiosity to read and, be interested in books. And so that's one of the ways that he affected me.
The hope for the outcome of the Lens is to inspire and motivate others to read about Lewis and read his writings, and how to utilize their gifts from God in the context he places them. The goal is to have a new way of seeing your faith and how it impacts you, but also how it impacts the world. Shelby Hoovler, Buck News.
For more information on conferences and events happening on campus, check CSU's event page on their website.
Students involved in the arts will have their work on display at the 2017 Charleston Art Showcase. Not only will it be inspirational, but you can earn a chapel credit for attending. The Student Diversity Program and the Career Center will be hosting the event on Wednesday, February 15th from 6 to 9 p.m. in the Whitfield Center for Christian Leadership. Graphic designers, artists, and writers, make sure you submit your work to the Pheffer Literary Magazine. All works need to be submitted by February 17th at the email below. Also, make sure you stop by the Black Box Theater on February 15th from 4 to 5 p.m. and bring any works you have written to read aloud and share with others.
Body Image Week will begin on the 20th with a full week of events that promotes a positive body image. One of these events will feature nationally acclaimed speaker, author, and musician Jenny Schaefer.
She will share her personal story of how she overcame an eating disorder and offers a message of hope to those who are struggling with their own body image. Join Schaefer on Friday, February 24th at 6:30 p.m. in WCCL 102 and 103. This is also an alternate chapel credit.
The Driggers family was thanked with a luncheon last week to honor their son's memory by endowing a $100,000 scholarship to a deserving student in Hanahan. Here you can see Larry and Sally Drigger along with their family and pastor. We thank them for their generosity. All CSU military and veteran personnel and their families are invited to join CSU Vets Bible Study Program. Bible study classes will be held on Saturdays from 6 to 8 p.m. in the CSU Veterans Lounge located in the Strom Thurmond Center, first floor. For more information, contact Chaplain James Scott by phone or email.
Have you been wondering how to get hands-on experience in the field of your choice? The Eli program provides educational opportunities through internships, field courses, and other real-life applications before you graduate. Starting with the 2018 freshman class, students will be required to earn credits through this program. You can find information at the link below or by contacting Brittany Bryant.
Softball hosted their first tournament and tennis started their matches this past weekend. For more, here's Aaron Bailey with sports.
It was a tough time for both CSU basketball teams this weekend. The men's team traveled to play their rival, Liberty University. Cortez Mitchell, a junior, scored 23 points for CSU. The women's team played Radford, where they would rally in the fourth quarter for a comeback that brought the game to overtime. But that would not be enough. They would go on to lose to Radford 59-67, and the men's team would suffer a loss to Liberty 69-76. Both teams play at home this week. The women on the 14th at 7 p.m. against UNC Asheville, and the men's team will play Campbell on the 15th at 7:30. Let's get out there and support our Bucks. Softball started off by sweeping Savannah State in a 2-game series, winning 15-9 and 12-5. Freshman Mallory Kassinger led the way with 2 home runs, including a grand slam, and 8 RBIs. Cheyenne Gandara made her return to the circle, helping lead the Bucks to their first wins of the season. Their momentum was slowed a bit over the weekend as the Bucks faced some tough opponents in their first tournament. However, CSU still showed up hitting-wise, with another home run by Mallory Kassinger, as well as Georgie DeLeo's first of the year. The Bucks will host another tournament next weekend with the Buccaneer Invitational running from the 17th to the 19th. Tennis recorded their first win of the season on Saturday with a 6-1 victory over Wofford. Their home opener resulted in winning 2 of the 3 courts in doubles and 5 of the 6 courts in singles for a win in the Buccaneers' home opener. The momentum carried over into Sunday as they swept South Carolina State with a 7-0 victory, winning the doubles point early in 5 of the 6 single matches. They closed out the matches with Yana Morad winning 3 sets for CSU for their second win of the season, leaving the Bucks with a 2-1 record going into next week at Savannah State. I'm Aaron Bailey, and that was your CSU Sports Update. Go Bucks!
Local businesses looking to connect with each other will want to join CSU as we host our quarterly networking breakfast. Featured speakers include Stephen C. Warner of the Charleston Regional Development Alliance and Laura Bright, Senior Vice President of Marketing of the Charleston Metro Chamber of Commerce. Join us on Friday, February 17th from 7:30 a.m. till 9 a.m. in the Whitfield Center for Christian Leadership. Call the number on the screen to register.
On social media, worship happens, and sometimes it's in the middle of class. And do you want to be the Big South Fan of the Year? Take a selfie showing off your CSU pride and add the hashtag BigSouthFOTY. Don't forget hashtag GoBucks. Many of us have enjoyed hanging out with our friends in Little John Parlor. Did you know the name of the parlor was dedicated to Miss Evelyn Littlejohn, the mother of Mr. Brodus Littlejohn Jr., who is founding trustee of Charleston Southern University.
And that's your Buckner News for this week. To submit news, photos, or video, email bucknernews@csu.niv.edu.
Have a great week and go Bucks!